This television picture, like the one you're watching at home, is made up of 625 lines. But 60 years ago, when television was first introduced, the picture was only made up of 30 lines. So the definition was very poor indeed, which is why performers had to wear contrasting makeup. Light, creamy, almost yellowy colours, and dark blue or even black colours elsewhere, for contrast, you see, so you could identify them on the telly. The other problem was the camera was fixed and the light flooded straight at them, so it's difficult to perform in this fixed position. But all the stars of the day knew that television was a thing of the future, so they all flocked to have a go. Hello, playmates. I wish I were a tiny bird what lived up in the sky. I spread my wings at other things and fly and fly and fly. Oh, I would be a chronic little bird, cyclonic little bird, carryonic little bird. Let's have another gin and tonic little bird what lives up in the sky. Chirrup, 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 tweet, 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 cuckoo. Chirrup, 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 tweet, 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 cuckoo. And that kind of experimental television studio was set up by John Logie Baird, who produced his very first television pictures in 1925 on an apparatus looking something like this. Cardboard, knitting needles, batteries fastened together. The story goes his apparatus blew up on several occasions. But how did it work? Well, the image, perhaps somebody's face, will be about there, you see, with light shining on it from both sides and the light reflecting off the image back into the apparatus. The light would pass through the holes in these discs, and you can see how the holes are staggered, and they would revolve at 750 times a minute, scanning the face. The light would pass through lenses here, through holes here, and be picked up by photoelectric cells here, and turned into voltages which could be boosted and transmitted. Where to? To the receivers that John Logie Baird produced to be assembled in kit form, his televisors. 1,000 of them were sold already assembled. This is one of them. And if you look inside, you can see it's sort of a television camera in reverse. You've got your disc still revolving at 750 times per minute, and the voltages would come in here and light this neon bulb. And the varying degrees of light would pass through the holes, through the lenses, to produce a picture at the front. All very primitive, but Baird could immediately see the possibilities in television. He proved within a year that colour television was possible using filters. Also, detecting heat rather than light, you could produce infrared pictures. Within another year, he transmitted his first television pictures to the United States. And a little later, he produced this, the first video disc, just like a gramophone record of the period, but containing picture information, not sound. All the time, he kept trying to develop his system, developing new ideas. And then along came this, the cathode ray tube. And an English company called Marconi EMI produced an electronic television system. Baird's was a mechanical scanning device. For several years, the two vied with each other for superiority. And in 1935, a decision was made that the Marconi EMI system should be used by the BBC for its transmissions. Was Baird disappointed? Well, of course he was. But no one in history has believed more in the adage, don't think it, do it. Immediately, he went into production, making receivers for the Marconi EMI system.